Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's head outside, take a look outside our weather window, and it was cooler today. Temperatures in the over the century mark all weekend long and a little bit of relief. We did have cloud cover until about 2:30 this afternoon. Cleared up a little bit, and that's where we got the heat this afternoon. Bit of a breeze out there, but it was relief as we start this new work week off. And we're going to have some more relief as we get into Wednesday. Temperatures will drop back to about 90 degrees and then mid-80s for Thursday, upper 80s on Friday, and then right back to the heat, 95 as we get into the end of the weekend. And we'll have your complete weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A motorcycle accident near Coulee City yesterday marked the 6th serious motorcycle crash in the region during July and the 4th fatality. A Walla Walla man is dead after a weekend tubing accident on the Wenatchee River. One person was killed and 3 others injured Saturday morning when they were thrown from a vehicle during a rollover outside Moses Lake. And a Moses Lake Clinic nurse who diverted morphine from medical supplies for her own personal use was sentenced today to 18 months in federal custody. But first, our top story tonight. An Ephrata man was killed yesterday morning after the motorcycle he was riding collided with a vehicle on State Route 17, 9 miles south of Coulee City. According to the Washington State Patrol, 68-year-old Dennis P. Armour was driving a 2002 Harley-Davidson southbound on the highway. It was about 9 a.m. yesterday morning when he struck the rear of a 2012 Chevy Captiva that had slowed to turn left onto the Blue Lake rest area. Armour was transported to Central Washington Hospital, where he was pronounced dead about 5 hours later. None of the 3 occupants of the Captiva, 2 adults and a juvenile from Renton, were injured. Well, yesterday's fatality outside Coulee City marked the 6th serious motorcycle crash in the region during July and the 4th fatality. On Saturday, a motorcycle rider was killed on Interstate 90 near the summit of Snoqualmie Pass when the motorcycle apparently left the roadway, went down an embankment, and struck a tree. The Washington State Patrol has not yet released details on that fatality. Last Thursday, a motorcycle collided with a pickup towing a trailer in Manson. That sent the 19-year-old rider from Manson to Lake Chelan Community Hospital with undisclosed injuries. Back on July 25th, a 43-year-old Wenatchee man was seriously injured in a motorcycle crash on Highway 97A, 4 miles north of Eniat. According to the Washington State Patrol, the man was traveling southbound at a high rate of speed when he lost control while attempting to negotiate a turn. He was transported to Central Washington Hospital with undisclosed injuries. On July 14th, a man and woman, both from Leavenworth and both 42 years old, were killed after their motorcycle collided with a pickup near the Coles Corner area off Highway 2. According to the Washington State Patrol, the motorcycle was traveling at a high rate of speed, struck the rear of a Ford pickup, and on July 22nd, a 21-year-old motorcycle rider from Yakima had to be airlifted to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle after his bike drifted off I-90 about 10 miles east of Ellensburg and hit a guardrail. His injuries were not believed to be life-threatening. A Walla Walla man is dead after a weekend tubing accident on the Wenatchee River. 60-year-old John D. Keithley became separated from his inner tube on Saturday while floating with the group of friends and family near the Dryden Dam. Authorities said Keithley was not wearing a personal flotation device. His was the 3rd reported recreational death on the Wenatchee River so far this summer. Well, 1 person was killed and 3 others injured Saturday morning when they were thrown from a vehicle during a rollover outside Moses Lake. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said the 2003 Chevy Cavalier was traveling west on South Frontage Road east. That was about 6:30 a.m. when the vehicle failed to negotiate a curve near Hiawatha Road and left that roadway. The Cavalier reportedly rolled several times, ejecting all 4 occupants. One unidentified man was dead at the scene. 22-year-old Carrie S. Ortega of Moses Lake, a 14-year-old girl from Quincy, and an unidentified male were flown to Providence Medical Center in Spokane with undisclosed injuries. The sheriff's office said it's unclear who was driving and the accident remains under investigation. Meanwhile, a Moses Lake nurse who diverted morphine from medical supplies for her own personal use was sentenced today to 18 months in federal custody. 41-year-old Esther Ray Tuller worked as an RN at Confluence Health's Moses Lake Clinic for 8 months from 2019 to 2020. While there, she used syringes to remove morphine from at least 17 vials and then replaced the stolen painkiller with saline solution. Tuller pleaded guilty in December to tampering with medication. The thefts led to at least one medical emergency for a patient treated with the tainted morphine. After her release from prison, Tuller must also spend 3 years on supervised release. Well, when we come back, Highway 28 south of the Rock Island Golf Course was closed for about 20 minutes late Saturday afternoon after a car caught on fire. A family-owned East Wenatchee orchard firm has been fined $64,000 by the federal government and barred from hiring foreign workers under the popular H-2A program. Governor Jay Inslee on Friday began the process of lifting 12 proclamations meant to guide health care during the COVID-19 pandemic. And a new package of bills tackling drought and wildfire issues has passed the U.S. House of Representatives. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
I'm John Volan, and I'm running for judge here in Chelan County. For more than 20 years, I've upheld the rights of the local community as an attorney, trial lawyer, and part-time judge. This fall, I'm running for district court judge. I'm highly endorsed by the legal and local communities for my thorough, fair-minded, and just approach. I'm the only candidate with civil, criminal experience, but experience as a judge as well. This fall, vote John Volan for Chelan County District Court Judge.
I'm Sheriff Brian Burnett. I developed local relationships, built trust regionally, and brought statewide resources to build a safer Chelan County. As your sheriff, I will continue to enhance safety during these dangerous times. Now is not the time to get soft. Trust my continued leadership to protect our quality of life and your constitutional rights. Your vote matters. Vote Brian Burnett, Chelan County Sheriff.
Welcome back. In another news, Highway 28 south of the Rock Island Golf Course was closed for about 20 minutes late Saturday afternoon after a car caught on fire. The Washington State Patrol said there were no injuries and an apparent mechanical issue was to blame for that fire. The driver was the only occupant of the vehicle. The fire from the car spread into dry brush along the highway, but Douglas County firefighters were able to quickly extinguish both the vehicle and brush fires. A family-owned East Wenatchee orchard firm has been fined $64,000 by the federal government and barred from hiring foreign workers under the popular H-2A program. Welton Orchards and Storage allegedly housed its Mexican H-2A employees in unsafe conditions, cheated them out of wages and fees, and subjected them to abusive language and threats while they were employed. The U.S. Department of Labor says, among other violations, Welton Orchards forced its workers to sleep on mattresses laid on the floor in housing where there were no working smoke detectors. The company, headed by Mel Welton Jr., operates about 75 agricultural acres around East Wenatchee, including 61,000 square feet of fruit warehouses. The DOL says Welton Orchards is now banned from using the H-2A program for the next 3 years. Governor Jay Inslee on Friday began the process of lifting 12 proclamations meant to guide health care during the COVID-19 pandemic. Washington remains under a state of emergency, but the mandates will no longer restrict visits to nursing homes, and rules that govern licensing and certification for healthcare workers that will be reinstated. With these 12 proclamations rescinded, Inslee has now rolled back about 87% of the COVID-related mandates he put in place after the pandemic began in March of 2020. The lifting of the latest orders takes effect October 27th. A new package of bills tackling drought and wildfire issues has passed the U.S. House of Representatives, and it includes legislation put forward by Congresswoman Kim Schreier. The 8th District Democrat promoted 3 key components of the Wildfire Response and Drought Resiliency Act, including measures to improve the use of prescribed burning, collect interest to restore fire-damaged lands, and study how wildfires could be more quickly detected. The overall bill would also improve basic pay and benefits for wildland firefighters. The bill passed the House 218 to 199 on Friday. It now goes to the U.S. Senate. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome to Click It RV. How can I help you?
We're looking to trade in our tent for a new RV.
Perfect.
Let's take a look. Water heater?
Nope.
Does it have a queen bed?
No.
Does it have a bathroom?
No.
How about air conditioning?
Nope.
Well, you're in luck. We have the perfect solution for you.
We'll give you $1,000 for it.
What?
What?
That's right. At Click It RV in July, trade your tent in for an extra $1,000 towards your RV purchase. Come see us today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Communities throughout north central Washington and throughout the country will be celebrating National Night Out on Tuesday. The event is an opportunity for community members to interact with law enforcement in a positive environment. In tonight's features story, Wenatchee Captain Edgar Reinfeld appeared on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with Dan Kuntz to discuss Wenatchee's plans for the event.
National Night Out, we've been doing it for many years, of course. We've done it in conjunction with others. Last year, we went out on our own and had 3 locations. We decided 3 was good, 5 would be better. So we're going to go for 5 this year. So next Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m., we will be at 5 locations. So we'll be at Cafe, the Orange House, I think even Casa Naranja. You'll see posted on the signs out there, but the Chacones organization with Cafe, and who are also partners with us with the Recovery Navigator program for drug diversion now. So great partners. We'll be holding a block party there. We will also be at Pioneer Park at the corner of Fuller and Russell Streets at the old, there's no picnic shelter there, but there's the picnic pads where the tables are and the ancient, super cool stone chimney and fireplace that were there for picnic shelter forever. We'll be at Washington Park at the picnic shelter on the Wilson Street side of Washington Park. We'll be down at Pennsylvania Park a park most citizens in Wenatchee probably have no idea actually exists.
It's tucked behind a little bit.
Conveniently, folks, it's on Pennsylvania Street. It's Pennsylvania Park between 2nd and 3rd Streets. It's 1 block up from Chelan. And then finally at Rotary Park. And we will be at the North Picnic Shelter. The south one is under construction or being renovated. So we'll be at the North Picnic Shelter by the splash pad, which is convenient. So we'll be there from 6 to 8 p.m. Now we've got our 2 ice cream trucks coming around, but unfortunately we have 2 trucks, 5 locations, which means there's a schedule for the ice cream trucks if you're going to chase free ice cream. They will be at Cafe in Pennsylvania Park from 6 to 6:35 p.m. They will be at Washington and Pioneer from about 6:45 to 7:30. And then both trucks will be at Rotary Park from about 7:35 until 8 to 8:15 to get your fix. Each one of these parks sits in a district for a council person. So the council people are committed to being in their district. So it's an opportunity as well, not only to meet police officers, get a look at our equipment, talk to us, get stickers, get ice cream, but you'll be able to meet with a city council person for that district. We are fortunate to have some sponsorship help again. We'll publicize more afterward as we get it lined out. But really, we just want to have a good time and host it. The neat thing, like I said, Chelan County's doing one in Cashmere at the same time as we're going at the Riverside Center. And then, of course, August 3rd on Wednesday, East Wenatchee's got the big regional one at Eastmont County Park again. We just want people to come out. We want to talk to you. We want to hear what you have to say. We want you to meet us and see who we are. And we would love to start recruiting your children right now, if it's possible, with free ice cream and other enticements to go, hey, it's a shiny car. You could have one someday. So.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you all had a great weekend. It was a hot one. 105 Friday, 104 on Saturday, and 105 again yesterday. Whew, it was a hot weekend. 2 record highs set over the weekend as well. Lake Chelan, what a beautiful place to be today with temperatures a little bit cooler, a little bit breezier up that way than we did see in the Wenatchee Valley today. But we do expect the winds to pick up over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll get to that in a second. But 96 degrees today, and that's a lot cooler than yesterday, that's for sure. 90 degrees is our normal high for this time of year. Our record 107 set back in 2009. How about this for an overnight low? We had that cloud cover overnight, and that kept very warm temperatures at the surface. 79 this morning. 15 degrees above our normal low of 64. Our record's 51 set in 1987. Our sunrise 5:39 and sun sets now at 8:34. As we get you into Tuesday, temperatures should continue that slow decline as we make our way into the middle part of the week. 95 for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. 93 the high tomorrow in Wenatchee, 92 in Ellensburg, 91 in Leavenworth, 93 in Entiat, and also if you're heading to Lake Chelan, slightly cooler than today with a high of 93 degrees. Tonight we can expect clear skies, breezy conditions, low pressure here over Montana, high pressure still off the Pacific, and that's causing some windy conditions in between that. And we're going to kind of be stuck in this position for about the next 2 or 3 days. So breezy for Tuesday. It will be a little bit cooler as we talked about with highs tomorrow generally in the lower 90s. As we get you into the middle part of our week, sunny skies. It is going to be breezy once again right here in central Washington. Still a warm one with highs again on Wednesday in the low 90s to about around 90 degrees. And then the real cool down begins as we get you into Thursday. Mostly sunny, still breezy in central Washington, but much cooler. Highs, how about this, in the mid 80s as we get into Thursday. That's going to be 20 degrees cooler than we had over this past weekend. Friday, we're going to stay just slightly below normal, sunshine and mild with highs in the upper 80s as we get you into the end of the week. And then for the upcoming weekend, yeah, big high pressure begins to build back into the Pacific Northwest. We're going to warm up on Saturday with highs right around that 90 degree mark. And how about just downright hot as we get you into the end of our forecast on Sunday? Lots of sunshine over Washington State. High temperatures Sunday in the mid to upper 90s. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. Tonight we can expect 68 degrees, so a little bit of relief overnight tonight. 93 tomorrow. Keep in mind though, we're going to see some breezy conditions Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But look at these low temperatures. Boy, open those windows up and get some fresh air in over the next few days. 85, our coolest day. That'll be on Thursday, our warmest day. Right smack dab at the end of our forecast on Sunday with a high then of 96. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Why is Jesse Jensen lying about Reagan Dunn? Because Jensen's hiding that he called socialist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez a fantastic role model. Like AOC, Jesse Jensen vowed to raise income and payroll taxes for government-run health care. Reagan Dunn's endorsed by Sheriff Dave Reichert and Washington police and sheriffs. Jensen praised socialist AOC. Reagan Dunn backed our cops, and they back him for Congress.
I'm Reagan Dunn, and I approve this message.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday. The Mariners fell to the Houston Astros Sunday at 10 innings by a score of 3-2, dropping 3 of 4 over the weekend. George Kirby got off to a rough start, hitting Jose Altuve to start the game and surrendering 2 runs in the first frame. Jesse Winker got the Mariners on the board in the 8th with a 2-run home run to force extra innings before Houston's Yordan Alvarez walked it off.
There goes Yuli, and it's a foul tip. The throw to second. Here comes Altuve. He is safe. Double steal works to perfection. Second time the Astros have pulled that off in the span of a week.
Yordan getting an opportunity in Oakland to steal home. Now it's Altuve's turn.
Tucker goes the other way with a base hit. Yuli around third. He's going to score. Kyle Tucker. An opposite field RBI single. It's 2-0.
First pitch, drilled to right field, back and gone. Jesse Winker, one swing tied game. He drills standing to right, and we are even at 2 in the 8th inning.
Talked about it with Houston, a terrific bullpen, the number 1 bullpen in the American League. The Mariners able to come back in last night's ball game, get to Presley, their closer. This time it's a walk, and then Jesse jumping on a first pitch fastball. It's in the middle of the plate. Exit velo of 105, 390 feet on the home run. His 9th home run on the year, and perfect timing for it.
Bond can get a big lead. Ground ball, that's a base hit and a game winner. Astros walk it off. Yordan Alvarez continues to be the main man in the Astros lineup.
Manager Scott Service credits Kirby for settling down after a rough first inning.
Threw a lot of pitches in the first inning, but after that I thought he did a nice job, settled down. Yeah, our pitching today was really outstanding. To keep us in the ball game there, not a ton going on offensively, huge hit by Wink, great to see there. You're hoping that somebody can get on base and we can pop one, which we did. After that it was just, trying to pick up a run here or there and then shut them out, but tough place to make your major league debut. Tough situation when they start with a guy in second. Here comes the Astros top of the lineup. But again, our guys compete their tail off. Not our day offensively. I thought Odorizzi threw the ball really well. That's about as good as we've ever seen him. With the command at the top of the strike zone, and the good ride on the fastball. So, we didn't do much against him all day, and it was going to come down to executing at the end, and they did a little bit better job than we did.
Seattle's on the road at New York today to take on the Yankees without the services of Julio Rodriguez. The star rookie center fielder was hurt Saturday when he was hit by a pitch in his right wrist. He's now on the 10-day IL. Other American League West play on Sunday. Ramon Laureano's homer for Oakland in the second inning, but not enough. Chicago topped the A's 4-1. Ezekiel Duran's 3-run double in the top of the ninth was the difference for Texas as the Rangers beat the Angels 5-2. Toronto continues to lead the wild card chase after a 4-1 win over the Tigers Sunday. Seattle remains a half game in front of Tampa Bay after the Rays fell to Cleveland 5-3. Baltimore remains 3 games back after the Orioles fell to Cincinnati 3-2. Well, the playoff spot remains in the balance for the Wenatchee Apple Sox after a 2-1 weekend in Kamloops. Wenatchee beat the North Paws Friday and Saturday before falling Sunday 11-6. We get more on the weekend series from the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox took 2 of 3 games this past weekend against the Kamloops North Paws in the final games of their 6-game season series. Wenatchee won 5 of 6 games this year against Kamloops, including sweeping them a couple of weeks ago in Wenatchee, but could not quite finish off the sweep on Sunday afternoon. Wenatchee led halfway through the game, but could not get anything going down the stretch, only scoring 1 run over the final 5 innings of the game. The Apple Sox had a dominant regular season against expansion West Coast League teams. In 15 games against them, Wenatchee won 13 against teams playing in their first year in the West Coast League. The Apple Sox picked up wins on Friday and Saturday and were able to pick up their 8th series victory of the season. They will host the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team on Monday night at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Thanks, Joel. Following tonight's non-league game, Wenatchee has 6 games left of the regular season, with 3 at Yakima Valley this week before hosting Walla Walla this weekend. We'll have Friday's game between the Sox and Sweets live here on the NCWLIFE channel starting at 6:30. Other West Coast League play on Sunday. Bellingham's Toussaint Blythewood was 3 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI to lead the Bells over Edmonton 10-3. Ben Ziegler was 3 for 5 with a run and 3 RBI to lead Cowlitz over Nanaimo 8-2. Springfield's comeback bid fell just short as the Drifters fell to Ridgefield 5-4. Grady Morgan's 2-run double highlighted a 5-run 6th inning for Victoria as the Harbor Cats beat Port Angeles 13-4. Owen Cobb was 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 3 RBI to lead Yakima Valley to a 12-6 win over Kelowna. Portland's Jacob Jablonski was 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI to lead the Pickles over Bend 6-2. Caleb Kentola pitched 2 2/3 innings of relief as he and 3 Corvallis pitchers combined on a 6-6 shutout of Walla Walla. The Knights pitching staff combined for 12 strikeouts of sweet batters. Well, here you see the West Coast League's North standings in the second half of the season. Wenatchee and Edmonton tied for first at 12-9. Bellingham second at 11-10, while Victoria lurking in the shadows a game and a half back. Bellingham already into the playoffs as the winner of the first half in the North. Wenatchee is second in the overall standings of the season, just a half game in front of Edmonton and 2 in front of Victoria, with the top 4 getting to the playoffs. Well, it looks good right now. Nothing is in the books as of yet. With 6 league games to go. Well, the big news out of Seahawks training camp, as we will have this be our last story, is that Pete Carroll has COVID. Seattle tested positive for COVID-19 Sunday. The head coach, that is. Seahawks announced it in a statement that Carroll, who is fully vaccinated, is experiencing mild symptoms and remains in contact with the coaching staff from home. Carroll will participate in team meetings virtually until he's able to return to the facility. You can see more on the video from DK Metcalf's signing on our website at NCWLIFE.com. That's a look at sports news. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you much, Grant. A busy Wednesday coming up. We'll have Carolyn from the North Central Washington Fair up in Waterville join us on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley to talk about things fair-wise. And it's wintertime, but there's a lot going on, including a big fundraiser that they have in the month of March. Also, we'll give you a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to Chelan Valley Skincare on a winning Wednesday. It's all tomorrow on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Be sure and join us at 7 o'clock when it all begins. Grant?
Well, Dan Kuntz, you got a lot better looking. Eric will be with you tomorrow morning. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for being with us, and have a great night.
The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit in the air. That's a base hit. Going to score one and lead.
Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball is on the NCWLIFE channel. Join us for live play-by-play coverage as the Apple Sox take on the Walla Walla Sweets Friday, August 5th. Pre-game at 6:30, first pitch at 6:35. It's the Sweets and Apple Sox as we celebrate summer one inning at a time, live on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
McPhillips.